Not a single day has gone by that I haven't primarily thought about Mortal Kombat 1. I am so excited for this game, and there's so many unknowns still, but based on what we do know, what we have seen, and what has been teased, I have just, there's so many things I'm excited about, so I'm going to be talking about the 5 things that have me most excited. Now, in a previous video, I covered the 5 biggest concerns I have based on the current information and some of the unknowns. So I figured, let's talk about the exciting parts, the things that I'm really just chomping at the bit to get more information on. I'm so excited and hyped up for Mortal Kombat 1. It's been a week and a half, longer than that since the reveal, and yet I just can't stop thinking about it. It's so, it's got me. And that's a good thing. As a longtime Mortal Kombat fan, since 1993, and I've been in the online Mortal Kombat world since 2001 in the lead up of Deadly Alliance and the Deception. I've been here for every single game. This has me so excited. So we're going to be breaking down the 5 things that have me most excited. Now, before I do that, make sure you like the video. If you like the content I've been putting out and the discussions I've been doing, as well as our live streams and podcasts, everything we do weekly, make sure to like this video because it greatly helps me out, as well as subscribe, because if you're a Mortal Kombat fan and you are not subscribed to our channel, trust me, you do not want to miss any of the coverage that we're putting out for Mortal Kombat 1, as well as our weekly live streams on Fridays where we talk about Mortal Kombat and play Mortal Kombat and interact with the community, as well as our podcast where, if you want to just listen to them at work, that's great. Keeps you entertained leading up to the release, and all the coverage just like this. That being said, we also have a Discord community. You can check that out in the description. Now, without further ado, let's get to the 5 things that have me most excited for Mortal Kombat 1. Number 1 would be the clean slate approach. We are just wiping the slate clean, new, fresh canvas, creating an all new world, an all new timeline, new story, start fresh. Because, as much as I liked 9, X, and 11, and I enjoyed the story modes, I played through them. We got some really awesome moments. Some characters got a lot of love. Like Johnny Cage has never been better, in my opinion, than 9, X, and 11. That is a character that came out of that trilogy so much better. And then we got awesome character moments, like between Sub-Zero and Scorpion, the Tea Party. There's some great stuff there. Or even Liu Kang and Kitana had some great moments. But man, we also had some weird retcons, and then the timeline shenanigans. We jumped ahead 20 years. We had the Combat Kids. We had in 11. We had timelines and the whole concept of Titans resetting the time, resetting timelines with Chronica, and how in between each games it was actually not a continuation. The time was being reset multiple times. We didn't even realize it. Hence all the changes from game to game, where you had Aaron Black with one backstory in X, and then it changes in 11. Yeah, it gets a little bit crazy and convoluted. And when you introduce that element of being able to manipulate the timeline, it kind of takes away the stakes, doesn't it? So I am excited for a fresh, clean slate. As a longtime Mortal Kombat fan since the start, I am looking forward to being introduced to these characters in a new way, a new spin on these characters, and them being very transparent and upfront about it from the start, I think can be a lot of fun and exciting. It tempers expectations that, hey, what we're getting this time is going to be all new, and it's going to be origin stories, and that has me excited to learn and potentially fall in love with all new characters. Maybe I won't like the same characters this time around, or maybe my favorites will get an even cooler spin, a new take on them. So I'm excited for that. It really does have me excited. Plus, for new fans of the series, this is a great jumping on point. And that is so essential because these games sell way more than they have previously. I mean, Mortal Kombat 11 sold 15 million copies. That's crazy how one of the highest grossing fighting game franchise, I think it is the highest grossing fighting game franchise. So yeah, clean slate. I just hope that they do set a solid foundation from here on forward, that they have a plan going forward, have a trilogy in mind of where we're starting at, where we're ending at, and have a good, a good solid foundation, and no more retcons from game to game or inconsistencies. Let's really plan this out. So that has me excited for that potential. Now, number 2 would be the back to basics, the Asian aesthetics, the sounds, a simpler character designs. As we saw in the trailer, it looks so awesome. I've been asking for that art direction of just more of that Mortal Kombat 1 feel, the more increased Asian locales, the Give us all that stuff. I want the things you saw in the Kung Fu movies growing up, or Kill Bill, just some of that great cinematography of the Asian aesthetics, the arenas, the sounds, give us, that music, the character select screen music, and even that beat that they put at the music that they put before the stream for the Q&A stream, the thing that they did right after the reveal. That was so good. I'm not sure if that's going to be in the game or not at this point, but that was so good. I want that feel, that classic feel. And the composer for Mortal Kombat 1 said that they're taking a lot more inspiration from Dan Forden's original sound design for Mortal Kombat, the original Mortal Kombat game. So that has me excited. And simpler character designs. That being just like more streamlined character designs. Not everything needs lines going everywhere, or just crazy details, 15 belts on Scorpion or Sub-Zero and a bunch of kunai all over the place that they don't even use. Like, let's just keep it, more streamlined and have it more logical and make sense, and really make the designs feel unique and iconic and memorable. So I'm looking forward to that as well. Now, number 3 would be the potential for 3D era character representation. I miss the 3D era characters. I have gone on record for years saying this, that there's so many characters still, the cream of the crop, there's still such great characters that they have not brought back in 15 plus years. Havoc, Reiko, Ashra, Li Mei, Serena, Kai, Hotaru, Shujinko, Draman. There's some good ones there. Not all of them were a Dairu or Darius, there were some great characters there still. If you've tuned into our live streams that we do on Fridays, we've been playing through each Mortal Kombat game in order every single Friday. We just played Deception this past week, so check those out if you haven't already, because they're a lot of fun. And join us for them, because they're a lot of fun to interact with the chat as well as we play. But that being said, you can see the fun we're having with those characters. I had so much fun this previous Friday night with Shujinko, Hotaru, Li Mei, Ashra. Ashra is one of my number 1 most desired characters to return for Mortal Kombat 1. It's been so long since we've seen her. Not even a mention in 9X or 11, which is crazy. So you're talking about going back all the way to 2006, Mortal Kombat Armageddon, before we've even seen this character. It's so much potential left on the table. And I'm not positive that we're going to get a bunch of them, but with Ed Boon's comments on Twitter saying that they're looking to fix the perception that they dislike these 3D era characters, I'm really hoping that this is the one that we get to see a lot of these characters introduced, because that's always been my problem with them introducing so many new characters per game, like 4 to 8 new characters like we typically get, is so many of them just get lost to the past. Will we ever see Ferrator again, or something like that? Is because look at how many characters that were lost to the 3D era, and a lot of those characters didn't get the best chance. They only got 2 specials back in the 3D era because it's just so different. They got 2 special moves, or not a lot of love, and their models weren't great looking like they are today, and the gameplay wasn't quite as it wasn't filled with so much personality like you get today. So a lot of these characters deserve that second chance. And I think they should be the new characters this time around, because so many people probably don't even know a lot of these characters exist. So yes, potential for 3D era character representation, hopefully as playable, but also some as cameos would be cool. That has me super excited for this game, because the roster is so important to a fighting game, and Mortal Kombat especially, because the characters are just oozing with personality and they have just rabid fan bases that want to see them. Number 4 is the cameos. So cameos were one of my concerns that I put on my concern list, but they're also one of the things I'm most excited by, because they can be a lot of fun, and we're going to see a lot of characters. As some have said, this could be their version of Everybody Is Here. By when this is all said and done, when we have all the DLC out and everything, we could see the majority of the Mortal Kombat cast, 80 characters that we're up to now, 78, 80 characters, somewhere around there in this franchise. We could be seeing almost every single one of them in some form or fashion as usable, as a cameo or playable or whatever in this game, and that is exciting. That is so cool. I do not want an Armageddon style roster like some ask for, because then you sacrifice quality for quantity. But if we can do cameos and balance them out and have that be like a supplement to the roster, that is so much fun. And I'm so excited, because then you can play your favorite characters and you can have your second favorite character or whatever, some of your other favorite characters, as like backups and be able to still get to utilize them. So it's still like this fun team. Plus you have the team elements of it, and you can do Scorpion and Sub-Zero, or Katana and Melina, Katana and Jade, or Melina and Tanya, Kung Lao and Liu Kang. You can do all these fun little teams, and that's pretty cool. Sub-Zero and Smoke. And so that has me excited just for that, but also the potential with cameos, depending how they're done and how they're utilized, also is really exciting. Because what if you do have like, if they do it in a unique way where they actually serve a real purpose, not like each cameo is unique in what it offers, not just like offering a couple special moves and hey, cool, I've got to see the character I like on screen. If they do it in a unique way where they each serve an actual mechanical purpose, like let's say Moloch. You bring in Moloch, who's this big, brute, gorilla-looking dude, Oni, and he's on screen, and he's just, Tor could be doing something like this too, but he's just shouldering all the damage as he's moving in, and you can just follow in behind him, and they go full screen, so you follow in behind them safely as they're tanking all the shots, and that's a way to get in, against a zoner. That's really cool. So give them actual properties that make them unique, and maybe the different cameos like Marvel vs. Capcom 1. Some cameos can be used multiple times in battle, whereas some are limited, to just one use, depending on how good they are and what they're offering you. So I think that is really cool. Maybe some cameos offer you like a boost, like they're more of like a spellcaster, so they're more of a support in that way. That could be fun. So there's all sorts of things that they could do with this system if it's going to be the main gimmick that they are selling this game on. Something we've never really had a Mortal Kombat game based around. I think there's some real cool potential with the cameos. And yeah, so that has me insanely excited. And then number 5, the last part here, is the gameplay. So I think it's safe to say that we're not getting variations again. And I didn't absolutely hate variations. There were some great things that they offered, and I like them in concept more than in execution. But I'm excited, and I've been saying this for a while now. I want a return to more simpler movesets. And no, that doesn't mean like Mortal Kombat 1 where they have like 2 specials or anything like that, or the combos aren't there. No, nothing like that. When I say simpler movesets, I'm talking more like Mortal Kombat 9, where it's just one moveset. It's standard. You know what you're getting when you pick this character and what your opponent's getting when they pick their character. You know their tool set and what you're going up against and what you have at your... what you can use. So I want that, and I want a lot of combo potential. I want them to be fairly simple to pick up a character, but then more, take more time to master and get really great with them, because I want to be able to get back to a point where you could pick up multiple characters on the select screen and play multiple characters on the roster without feeling like you have to know so many different variables at play. That in itself can be crazy. So I want to get back to that. And just more complete movesets. Don't have it where, on this variation, you have the teleport for Raiden, one of his most iconic things, but then on the other one, you have his, shocking thing. Like, when you split them up like that, it gets crazy. And then to not even feature certain things like Sonya's leg grab, just getting completely rid of that. No, the classic moves should be there, and then you add on to that. So I want it all to be a complete package. So that is the most important part there. As well as faster movement, something closer to MK9 and MKX in terms of movement possibilities. I want it to feel fluid and feel somewhat fast. It doesn't have to be like MKX fast, where you just can't even think because it's going so crazy. You're just on pure react mode. It doesn't have to be quite that fast, but it definitely, I want more closer to that than what we got with Mortal Kombat 11, which is slower and more methodical. Some characters you could still do some fun stuff with, but yeah. Just in general, the gameplay. And that is the most important part of the game, no doubt, is the gameplay. So hopefully between the core of the gameplay, get rid of like the breakaways, go back to combo breakers, or if they balance out combos enough, you wouldn't even need breakers. But yeah, just the gameplay, I'm super excited about seeing what they're going to do with these characters, maybe with the fresh takes and new spins on these characters. They're going to introduce new things that they do in gameplay as well. Hopefully they don't completely abandon the classic nature of them. But yeah, between gameplay and then you add on the cameos, the back to basics with the aesthetics, the sounds, the simpler character designs, the potential for 3D era character representation, and the clean slate of it all has me just so excited for what we're gonna see. And I am so hyped for this game and to see more. I cannot wait for the gameplay reveal because that's gonna really start setting the scene for what we're actually getting with this game beyond a CG trailer. We'll actually really get a great idea of what it's going to play like and what it's going to look at. What are we gonna be looking at for the next few years? So that being said, those are my 5 things that have me most excited and hyped for this game currently at this point in time. Now, what are your thoughts on these, as well as what are your things that make you most excited for this game? What are you most excited about for Mortal Kombat 1? Make sure to let me know in the comments below, as well as, once again, leave a like if you haven't already, and subscribe because you're not going to want to miss any of the content. And I will see you very soon for the gameplay reveal, as well as some live stream. I believe we're going to be doing a podcast this week. Plenty of content to come. And I will be putting out more videos throughout the week, just about every single day. So it's been crazy. I'm excited. I will see you all very soon.